From Giuseppe Studio, it's the Lombardi and JP Talk Sports podcast. I'm your boy, Scotty P. They, them boys, Lombardi and JP, and the NFL preseason is coming to a close. That means opening kickoff game is inching ever so closer. Here we go! All right, gentlemen, welcome. How we doing today?
I could be better.
Yeah. I'm worried about this episode, Scotty.
Not liking what you're
JP.
seeing on the
We're
field?
We're gonna get into it, but
I'm still pissed about
we didn't even.
since last episode. I mean,
Yeah.
the Parsons thing. I mean,
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get there.
Oh, yeah. We can't stop talking about Micah, right?
Nobody's really good. Thanks for asking.
All right. Well, with that, let's get right into it then, shall we, boys? All right. Well, speaking of Micah, here we are, another week gone by, and we said we're not expecting anything, right, until right before Thursday night opening kickoff game.
well, yeah, that's how Jerry usually does it. I mean, it's not the right way of doing it, but he better be there week one. He better be there week one on Thursday night to kick off the NFL season. Parsons better be in uniform, ready to go.
So is it even possible to think that that's a legit? That couldn't actually happen now. I mean, we're only 3 weeks away?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has to happen.
He's not game ready.
Who knows?
Well, I'm just saying.
I would take a guy that's not game ready, Parsons, than anybody else in the team.
No, I'm worried about him getting hurt. I'm not worried about him.
He's already hurt. He's got a back issue.
Yeah, he's standing on the sidelines for $20 million and he's got a stiff back. How does that happen?
He's under contract. He's got to be there to play week one. He's under
Yeah.
contract.
Well, he's under contract and he should be practicing right now too.
Yeah, I agree
Well,
with you.
Lombardi, so let me ask you that. Is that why he would be less game ready because he's not practicing? Because you can't say that about Dak Prescott. You can't say that about others because
Yes.
they're not playing in the preseason. Nobody's
Yes.
playing.
And I understand that. And that's my point, though. What they're doing in practice and they're building chemistry. And any football team will tell you when you have new players come in and new rookies come in, the reps that they're getting in practice is so important for them to be prepped for game one. Micah Parsons can stand on the sidelines all day long. And if he's not getting those reps and not cohesively building chemistry with the new players and the old players for that matter, there's going to be hiccups in game one. And there's a concern for injury as well.
I hear you, but he's our best player on this team. He has to be there week one. We need him there. Like even if he plays half the snaps on defense just to cause a disruption to Hurts, in the Eagles offense, he has to be there.
Yeah, no, I agree. I want him in the lineup. I'm not arguing that I don't want him in the lineup.
I know, but he's like, I don't care if he's not, his body's not, NFL, ready. I don't care.
Well, that's a big deal.
But there has been reports that the relationship with Jerry Jones and Parsons has been so bad and so mishandled this offseason that there's a good chance he won't be there because
I'm glad you brought that up.
He's a holdout.
I'm glad you brought that up because I took a beating at one point in time, and I asked our fans, is it Jerry being Jerry or is it Micah Parsons being greedy? And you know what I'm going to tell you right now? After I did that hot take, we learned that Jerry Jones offered $200 million to Micah Parsons. And Micah Parsons turned that down. And everybody was like, Jerry, just pay him. Jerry, just pay him. Nobody wants to comment on how Jerry did offer him $200 million and that wasn't good enough. So why is he not playing?
Listen, he's not signed to a extension, but he is under contract for this year. I agree with Jerry Jones where he's under contract and paid $20 million. He better be there. Now, if he wants to bet on himself, have an unbelievable season, that means that it's kind of like an Aaron Judge thing. The Yankees didn't pay him. He has this historic season where he beats Maris's record, and they gave him a maxed contract, one of the highest paid players in baseball. Why can't Parsons look at it the same way? Like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go out there, lead a league in sacks. I'm going to be a defensive player of the year. I'm going to make the Cowboys pay me. If they don't pay me, I can go anywhere I want.
Because my question to you, is he greedy? $200 million. Now, listen, and the other part I want to comment on this as well. Micah Parsons better be careful. And I'm going to tell you this. What is he going to do? Sit out, lose money. Okay, you win, Micah. You don't play. You sit out all year long. And then Jerry's going to one-up him. And guess what he's going to do? He's going to franchise him tag. He's going to franchise tag him for 2026. And what is he going to do? Sit out another year? So,
all right.
So he's going to waste 2 years of his career when he's in his prime. Absolutely ridiculous.
He won't.
And he's turning down $200 million.
But Jerry will pay the ultimate price with his team not winning, not making the playoffs 2 years in a row for those seasons.
Oh, that's a chance Jerry's willing to take, I guess.
It's awful.
I'm not
We gotta
happy
win.
about
We
it.
gotta win now. These guys are getting older. Dak's getting older. CD's getting older. We gotta win now. They're in their prime. Parsons in his prime. You gotta pay him now. Get him on the field now.
I am not arguing that I don't want Micah Parsons. The last thing I'll say on this too is that I don't know if it was rumor or not, but I had heard through our avenue of people that fill us in with some tips
Yeah,
is
our
that
connections.
Yeah, is that Green Bay was actually interested in him,
Awful.
and I saw
Awful.
you saw
Awful.
this and heard
Yeah.
this. I saw that they were kind of like the Khalil Mack thing that I was talking about last
No.
episode. They were going to give us, or there was a rumor about a handful of draft picks that were very attractive, and I can't.
Not one first round pick though. Not one.
Well,
All
look,
second round picks.
Can you find out? See if we, because I don't want to misstate what they were going to offer. Green
Sure.
Bay was going to offer, and it was first round draft picks.
I thought I saw it said 3 second round picks in like lower picks.
No, I'm telling you right now, and honestly, I looked and read.
You would take
and
it?
and I would take it in a heartbeat. I would take you. We have to shake this team up.
Those first round picks though, the Packers are a playoff team. They were a playoff team last year, last 2 years, right? They're a playoff team. So those picks, if we get 3 first round picks,
Yep.
and the Packers go on to go deep in the playoffs, and they win their division, those picks would be the 20th pick, the 21st pick, to the 31st pick. Who knows? So they're not going to be great draft picks, like not a top 10 draft pick in the draft. So you're not getting that Parsons per se back for those. I know you get 3 players versus 1. I get it. I get what you're saying. The Khalil Mack ransom, King's ransom trade.
Right, and I'm not saying it worked out. I'm not saying it worked out.
I'd
for them,
rather keep 'em.
But I don't know.
I'd rather keep him.
Like I said to you before, how do you make everybody the highest paid player? Like everybody wants all this money. There is a salary cap.
Yeah. And I'm looking in the camera. Jerry Jones. Sign the man. Get him on there week 1. I'm done waiting. We're all done waiting. All Cowboys fans across the world right now are done waiting. Get Parsons on the field. This has been way too long, and I can't do this anymore. Like I can't do this. I will talk to you every single show until he is signed.
All right, so here's according to Yahoo Sports, here's the speculative proposed offer. Again, not confirmed.
Correct.
It was just speculated as to, they say this might have been one of the proposals offered by the Packers. Defensive end Lucas Van Ness as what
Pass.
they quoted as the
Will you let him
talented
finish?
defensive
Pass.
player.
Sorry, Scotty.
The Packers drafted in the first round of the 2023 draft.
Mm-hmm.
And then with offered, or this is another proposal. So I don't know if that was one proposal, but I don't know how many picks with that. Multiple trade proposals have suggested it will take multiple first-round picks.
Correct.
A second-round pick and a talented defensive player. So that's what I think that Van Ness with a second round, kind of what you were talking about, JP.
Yeah.
But then there's rumors of another proposal that had offered a first, second, and third round pick.
That's correct.
And Rashawn Gary,
Yes.
edge rusher Gary.
At least I know Gary. I don't know who that Van Ness guy
But
is.
think of that: a first, second, and third round with Gary.
Key Parsons.
Oh man.
Key Parsons.
Man.
I'm all set.
All right.
I'm all set.
I'm not gonna even speak on this.
All right. Well, speaking of Jerry Jones, you mentioned, and you spoke directly to him, and you will continue to. What finger was that you just pointed with?
No,
anyway.
I was very nice.
All right. This quote from Jerry: "The Cowboys are a soap opera 365 days a year. When it gets slow, I stir it up. There is controversy. That controversy is good stuff in terms of keeping and having people's attention." This from the upcoming and highly anticipated release of the Netflix docuseries America's Team, The Gambler and His Cowboys.
Yeah. So I don't know how better to describe it as Dallas turns. You know what I mean? The best soap opera out there. Are you kidding me? Like, is this unique or is this ironic? Excuse me. Is this ironic that this just happens to be released on Tuesday, August 19th, right before the final preseason game? The Micah Parsons thing going on right now. Jerry's comment that Scotty just quoted. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a diehard Cowboy fan, and every diehard Cowboy fan out there is going to watch the documentary. Of course, everybody's going to watch it.
All of us are going to watch it.
But let me
glory days.
Let me ask you a question. Like why are we still talking about the 90s and the dynasty? Like that's, and I hate to say it, we have nothing else to talk about. I'm going to throw myself under the bus right now, and every Cowboy fan, and I'm probably going to get some nasty messages about this, but I'm so tired of talking about the dynasty, the Cowboys dynasty of the 90s. We have nothing else to talk about. So we're going to bring out another documentary. And my question to all these Cowboy fans is this. Tell me one thing in this documentary that is going to come out, the Jerry Jones and the Jimmy Johnson fallout, the Michael Irvin and how great he was and his personal problems, the Emmitt Smith holdout. Like, what is going to be on this documentary that Cowboy fans have not heard of yet? This is just one more thing of just fueling the fire. Jerry, the Cowboys, America's team, whatever you want to call it, no content. Hear me out right now. There will be not one piece of content on this documentary that will be new and exciting, but every Cowboy fan will be watching.
So everybody knows the story. I agree. Everybody knows the story of Jerry buys the Cowboys, fires, you know what I mean, legendary coach Tom Landry, hires his buddy from college, Jimmy Johnson, and they do a king's ransom for Herschel Walker. We know the story. Like, we don't, you know,
right.
But the behind the scenes footage of Jimmy and maybe Jerry talking and seeing the draft and how they got these players and how they handled the Emmitt Smith situation. I'm interested in seeing
You don't think this is all going to be rehearsed? And you think 1 minute that Jerry Jones agreed to do this documentary without making sure that show is completely rehearsed?
I think it's authentic. I think it would be more authentic than you think because he doesn't.
Right.
I don't think he cares. What the guy doesn't care at his age. He doesn't give anything. He's the owner of the Cowboys. The thing is with Jerry Jones, the team is worth over $12 billion now.
12.8 billion.
Wow.
So. Yeah. He's doing everything. He's already a success story. Obviously, three-time champion. Team's worth 12 or almost $13 billion. When he bought the team, they were in shambles.
Oh no, he's going to tell you.
So
he bought the team on a handshake. He signed a check. He needed a loan. He couldn't figure out how to buy the team. The team was worth X amount of money in 1989 when he bought the team. Like, listen, I've heard the whole thing too.
It's called The Gambler, right? That's just how he's been treating. He's always been a GM his whole career. He's been the gambler, gambling on what he thinks is best. All right, and he always says, "I'll take my time on a deal to get it right." You know what I mean? So he's a gambler. I get it. Every Cowboys fan in the world will watch this thing. It's a 10-episode docuseries on the Cowboys in the 90s. It was I'll answer your question. Why he's doing it now before the NFL season starts? It was the last time we were relevant. The last time we were relevant. And we were holding on to those days, thinking, can we go back to the 90s?
Yeah, so I'm so tired of hearing it.
I am too, but you're going to watch it?
Well, I just said that. Every Cowboy fan is going to watch it, and they're going to make a ton of money on it. It's, Troy Aikman said it best. Troy Aikman said it best, and I don't want to quote him directly because I'm going to mess it up, but he said something that the Cowboys, and this was either last year or the year before, or maybe 3 years ago, the Cowboys are no better than the New York Jets. Yeah, that was a quote from Troy Aikman. We're no better than the Jets.
Mark Slayer said the Cowboys are the Jacksonville Jaguars of now.
Right.
You know what I mean? They have a big flashy owner and they've done nothing. The Jacksonville Jaguars has been a better team, have gone to more conference championship games than the Cowboys has in the last 20 years. That's nuts.
Yeah. And
that's nuts.
So getting back to the gambler with his Cowboys, what is going to be on that besides us being diehard fans and wanting to watch it like millions and millions of Cowboy fans are? What is so great? What is going to come out in this that is going to be so shocking?
I'm going to feel good. I'm going to watch it and feel good. Like, oh, that's my team.
Well,
that's why I'm a Cowboys fan.
Pull your VCR, pull your VHS tape out and watch a Super Bowl again from 1995. I don't know what to tell you. If you want to have a feel good,
what is that?
VHS, yeah, exactly. It's the last time we won a Super Bowl.
Did you own it in beta?
My point.
This is Jerry's version of taking the feel good feelings and what you felt back in the 90s and bring it to modern day streaming platform, so you don't have to break out your VHS tapes.
Yeah.
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 DVDs.
I'm excited.
Blu-ray.
And
DVDs. Whoa, slow down. We weren't that
Yeah.
technically advanced.
I hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping I can come up on the next show or the show after and say, you know what? Shame on me. I did learn more about the Cowboys, A, B, and C. I didn't realize that. But let's just see what happens. That's my take on it.
Yeah, no way we're going to learn anything new. This is just
Thank you,
this
Scott.
is just reliving the good old days, Jerry style, and getting Jerry's name and the star back out into the media world. Not that he doesn't need he doesn't need any more, but
He's keeping
there's
them in
never
the news.
enough.
He's keeping them in the news. I mean, what no other team is doing this docuseries, right? I mean, they did one for the Patriots or no? They did a docuseries for the Patriots?
Oh yeah, with the Dynasty.
Yeah. All
on,
right.
on Apple TV, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but their dynasty isn't that long ago. They
Yeah,
can still
like, this
live
was
that a little
fresh,
bit.
kind of.
It's a little bit more fresh. They just did the statue
But
of
it's-
Tom Brady.
It is
Bring
funny.
it back.
It is funny though. Apple TV versus like Netflix. Like the Cowboys have a bigger network on Netflix being on that docuseries on there, but Apple TV is not as big.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny to see that the Cowboys could draw like the Netflix going, hey, we'll pay you guys to do a series about the '90s Cowboys, and then Apple TV was the only one that paid the Patriots, who just went over. This just got out of their 20-year span of like winning, you know, what, 6 Super Bowls in 20 years.
We were down.
Insane.
JP and I were down in Dallas. It must have been last December. Who were we down there to see? The Cowboys and help me out. Oh, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Tampa
right?
Bay,
Was
yeah,
the
Tampa
Bucks.
Bay. Yeah.
So it was the Bucks and Cowboys. It was like December, right before Christmas, the week before Christmas.
Yeah.
And we were down at Texas Live, the big bar restaurant where everybody hangs out, and right near the stadium. And we were there early, and we're grabbing a drink and something to eat. And Netflix had their trailer set up.
That's right.
They had like a production. We thought they were filming a movie down there. It was that big of a production. We had people coming up to us, giving us free gifts.
that's
I
right.
mean, there
I
must
forgot
have
about
been,
that.
there must have been a deal. Like, I can't imagine the money, the price tag between the Netflix and the Dallas Cowboys. That
yeah.
started last year.
It did start last year. You're right. A good call on that. I totally forgot about it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Aikman's comments looks like it was about a couple of years ago, about 2022.
Okay.
And it was in reference to the drought, the playoff drought. And he said basically, if they don't win any playoff or have any playoff success, essentially they're no better than the New York Jets. And he, I think, even threw the Jaguars in there as well.
Yeah.
And it's a fair comparison.
Right? That's what I
Right?
said.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
It's rough.
All right. All right. Well, hopefully not being rough, but having some more confidence and getting out of that drought. Dak Prescott made some bold, confident statements recently, declaring that we'll meet y'all in the NFC Championship. Guys, what's your take on that?
Well, take it away, but a little
set it up.
prefix to that is
Give some
this.
context.
It was a meeting with, it was pre-Rams preseason game, and it was they were warming up, and Dak Prescott was with Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, and the owner, and I'm sorry, I don't know his name, but the owner of the Rams. And they were having like a brief little a meeting. So, and that's where Dak Prescott made the comment to the Rams owner.
And his comment was, we'll meet you all in the NFC Championship game. Well, we'd love to see it. That's what we're, I want to go to the Super Bowl, but I obviously can't play the Rams in the Super Bowl. But, I mean, we've been waiting for this since you got into the league, Dak. We've been waiting for you to take this team to the next step. Now, I understand that the defense is struggling in preseason so far. It has not looked great stopping the run. We still have that issue. It's still lingering on from seasons past. But you have weapons now. Now, Javonte Williams, we don't question mark. Miles Sanders question mark. Jordan Blue looks pretty good. That the Maffa kid looks pretty good from Clemson. I mean, you have weapons. So this is the time. You got paid. Your contract settled, right? We gotta, obviously Parsons, not having him on week one is going to be a huge hurdle to jump to see if we can beat the defending champions. Watching them raise the banner at their stadium in week one, that should freaking set a fire under your ass to get ready to go.
Hello.
I'm sorry. Beep. But
PG content here.
No, but there's no other, you have to be ready to go. This has to be the season. Like, we have the toughest schedule. I get it. But you got to beat good teams like Joseph. Got to beat good teams and be a good team. And this is it. So I like his confidence, but you got to back it up. I hate all this talk. He's been saying this every year. Oh, we're gonna be great this year. We're gonna be great this year, and then we're not great.
JP, listen. He made the comment. You know what I think about the comment? You want to hear my take
You
on
don't
this?
care?
I could care less. I can't even believe that you guys wanted to talk about this, because here's the
You
thing.
guys wanted to talk about
this. I'm going
this.
to tell you why.
We all agree on the topics. Everybody.
No, it was 2 out of 3. It was 2 out of 3.
Little back end of the show.
Guys, it was 2 out of 3. This is bad commentary, and I'm going to tell you why. Who cares? Like, what is it? Like, okay, so Dak makes this comment that we'll see in the NFC Championship game. Okay, great. That's what he's supposed to say. What do you expect him to say over there? Hey, good luck in the championship game because we're going to suck again this year. Like, what is he supposed to say? Okay, great. He made a comment about, hey, he's pumped up out of his team.
All right.
You know,
I hear you, but when a guy calls it, like, back it up. Go out there and execute. We're sick of being an early exit. If we make the playoffs, we're always an early exit. And it's like,
listen, you're missing the point.
I hear you. Like, it doesn't mean nothing.
All right, let me ask you this then. What should have Dak said at that moment? Like, what would have been more relative or more appropriate at that point in time?
I feel like, every quarterback says the same thing. Then the goal of being here is to win a Super Bowl.
Okay, so like I just said right now, why are we even talking about this? Who cares?
I mean, it's a bold statement to say we'll see in the NFC Championship game. It's a bold statement. And then I'm sick and tired of him saying stuff like this and then never living up to it.
Yeah, and I was sick and tired of Mike McCarthy saying we have to play complimentary football and we're going to learn a lot from the tape. But we still hear that from Shoddy. We hear that from Vrabel. We hear from everyone. It's just something that they say. It's a bite that they use to not create any type of controversy. That's not a controversial statement.
Do you think he can do it? Do you think Dak can bring us to the NFC Championship game this year?
Well, I'm gonna talk about that later on. So I think I agree with you on this. I do think that Dak has a handful of weapons, and I'm so happy that the Cowboys did bring in some of those weapons that now we're not double teaming CeeDee Lamb. George Pickens is really a true threat. Ferguson is one of the top tight ends in the league, and he's going to have, and Cavante Turpin is going to be a huge instrumental piece of this offense. But the concern that I have with the offense is this. I don't care how many weapons he has. If he doesn't have a left tackle to protect him on the backside, it doesn't matter. If he can't have the time to release and get the ball out to these wonderful receivers, it doesn't matter. Yeah. That left tackle, Tyler Guyton, I know he's hurt, but when he gets back, if he's not the real deal, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, and maybe the offensive line will get to play together here before the start of the season.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
All right. Well, hey, the other billionaire owner, L.A. Rams owner, is Stan Kroenke, however you say it.
I almost said Steve. I was going to be wrong, so good thing I didn't say it.
Well, you got the ST right. Stan, Steve. Yeah. Close. All right. Well, let's get to our final thoughts here in just a moment as we wrap up the show. But first, the Lombardi and JP Talk Sports podcast is powered by League Creative Media. Ready to make your brand unforgettable? At League Creative Media, LLC, we create scroll-stopping, stunning photography, high-impact video, and bold social media that gets results. League Creative Media, where your story gets seen. All right, time now for our final thoughts. Lombardi, you're up.
Okay, here we go, Cowboy fans. Contenders or pretenders? That's where I'm going with this. It's put up or shut up time for the Dallas Cowboys. Let me say this. If we can't beat elite teams, if we don't come out on Thursday, September 4th, and knock off the Eagles, it's going to be a sign to say that here we go again. Our Cowboys cannot beat the elite teams. I don't want to hear about Micah Parsons being there or playing or not playing. I don't want to hear any more excuses. I'm done. If we don't beat elite teams, the Dallas Cowboys, I'm sorry. I've seen this movie before. It's just the same old thing. Let's have a A-OK regular season and then blow it in the playoffs or don't make the playoffs. I am done with this. Bottom line is this. 2025 is your chance, Dallas Cowboys, to rewrite the narrative. I don't want to hear about the 90s anymore. I want to hear about 2025, 2026 Dallas Cowboys, just like all the other Cowboy fans out there. Rewrite the narrative.
JP, your final thought.
Shoddy, where is this explosive offense? Where is it? We've seen 2 preseason games so far against the Rams and the Ravens, and you only scored 2 offensive touchdowns in those 2 games, and they both came in the fourth quarter. We have looked terrible out there. Now, I get it. The backups are in, but Milton looked good in a Patriot uniform last year, and he can't throw at all in Dallas. We look terrible on offense. We're just hitting field goals. Thank God we got Brandon Aubrey still on the team. He might be the MVP of the preseason so far. So, I don't know. You're supposed to be this offensive guru. Where is it? Because the stats don't lie. We are not converting on third down. We are not converting on fourth down when we go for it. And we have only 2 offensive touchdowns in 2 games, and they both came in the fourth quarter of game 1. We scored 0 in game 2. So, again, I'm waiting to see it, Shoddy. Hopefully we'll see it in preseason game 3 against the Falcons, but this has been awful to watch so far.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen, for your final thoughts. Well, as we wrap up the preseason, we haven't liked so much what we've seen, as JP just alluded to. We're hoping to see a little bit more here in game 3, the last preseason game before the season kicks off. Who knows? Maybe Shoddy's holding some things in his back pocket. We can only hope.
That's what he says. That's what he's said. He's come out and he's actually said that, I'm not going to put all my cards on the table and show what we have. And you know what?
Sure.
You know what? In all honesty, like our starters are not playing right now.
Yeah.
So,
and is that a concern for you guys here in the last couple seconds here as we wrap up today's show?
They need to play.
I honestly think they play too, and they don't need to play like even Patrick Mahomes. He played 1 series.
Right.
Let Dak play 1 series because what's going to happen is he's going to get into that game on Thursday night. It's different than playing, a shared scrimmage against the Rams where he's going to throw the ball a couple times. Let him play a series, 1 series just to feel that way because you know what? You can't start off slow and get to halftime and be down 16 and now he's feeling good about himself as he's got 2 quarters under his belt. You got to play.
Totally agree. I think getting the timing down is definitely crucial in the first week. Just being game ready, game 1. I think it's important, but we'll see what happens. I mean, obviously, if Parsons is not there, I don't feel good about that game. So,
and even the offensive line playing in a game-like situation with Dak behind you, like okay, you can practice all you want together as an offensive line, but until you get in there in a game-like situation, you really don't know how the guy next to you is going to play with you.
Scotty, you were so right. How about just we talk about the penalties. Part of that is getting in rhythm with the count, with the count snap, the feeling, the chemistry, like we talked about earlier today. What are we going to work that out? Quarter 1,
right?
Yeah.
All right, very good. Well, that's our show for today. Thank you, gentlemen. Great insight as always as we get ready for the opening kickoff coming very soon. We got one more show before the 2025 NFL season kicks off officially. For Lombardi JP, I'm Scotty P. We are the Lombardi and JP Talk Sports Podcast. Thanks for watching. Keep the conversation going. Let us know what your thoughts are by commenting below, and come back and check us out next week and every week in the NFL season. We out.